Alright, another Wusik Station 9 tutorial, and I want to show you a very simple way to crossfade between sounds without having to use the wave sequencer. So I'm going to load my sample player here. I'm going to go to sound sets, and I'm going to replace my sounds. So right now I just have one layer, layer 1. Check that, you just click anywhere here to check how many layers you have, or you can look at the below layer one by one. So we're going to load the delta square waveform. And now I want to add other layers. They are going to all fade from one to other. So I can go to new layer and select a file from here. Say I want the WSeq. I can also use the next sound to new layer. So it's going to load the next sound after the WSeq. So it should be, let's see, the triangle, the PS 3200 triangle. Next to new layer. So it has loaded triangle 1. And if I click here, now I have 3 sounds. And I'm going to load another one. I'm going to here new layer. I'm going to go to the voices sound. So now I have 4 layers. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see here on the bottom, 4 by 4. So this is the last one of 4 layers. I'm going to go to the morph and select fade. I'm going to put the waveform to the minimum here, because now this is the one that's fading from one sound to another. Low. You can hear that it's fading all the 4 sounds. I'm going to add another one, because I think it's missing another one. So new layer and analog voice. So it's going to be the last one. Now I'm going to go to the modulation. I can, if I want to do this by hand, let's say, I can use the modulation to layer selection. No, that's not going to work. I have to use this guy here. So I can right click it and select learn MIDI controller, and I can click it and select my modulation wheel, and then I can phase from one to another. But I want a modulation LFO instead. So I go to the modulation page, add new LFO, LFO 1, that's the one I have, layer 1, sample player, wave, not wavetable, wave. Wavetable is another thing. It's the first on the top, wave. And I'm going to select absolute, so it's always 0 to 1 instead of -1 to 0. And I'm going to reduce the speed, of course. And I'm going to select triangle instead of sine. It's a more linear change. And on some layers, I'm going to change the fine tuning a bit. So every other layer. So one layer is louder than the others, is the delta square. So we're going to adjust the volume here. Let's see, 60%. Yeah, that's much better. And instead of triangle, I'm going to use sawtooth, because with the triangle, there are always two layers, the top one and the bottom one, that is getting more attention than the others. Nah, that's not good. I'm going to go back to triangle and I'm going to adjust my minimum and maximum instead. And I'm going to add chorus and a delay to my send effect, and add a bit of those using the send effect. And I'm going to change my attack just a bit because since the sounds are changing all the time, you're not always getting on the start of the sound. Almost every time is not going to be the start of the sound. And I can activate the dual oscillator. Of course, the difference here is that the modulation is monophonic. So it's not like on the wave sequencer that it's polyphonic. So that's the main difference. Okay, that's just an idea. So I have my 5 layers here. I'm using the morph fade, and then I'm using an LFO to just select the fade from one to another. It's a monophonic modulation, but you can play many notes because it's polyphonic. And of course, if you want to re-trigger the LFO, you can just select key sync, and it's going. to sync on every key. So, okay, just short video for this one. So, thanks for watching.